Dan api yang tidak dapat padam adalah satu-satunya monster yang membantai ratusan hunter tingkat atasan. Kemudian Trident bertanya kepada Adam, apakah dia percaya kalau tragedi itu meninggalkan sesuatu yang sangat berharga. Lalu Brandon meminta Adam untuk melihat Moonstone yang ditemukan setelah mayat tadi. Dan 8 tahun berlalu sejak tsunami kali ini. Akan ada hunter tingkat nasional yang berpikir, jadi Moonstone itu cukup yang tepat di dalam ruang bawah tanah. Cara menggunakan cincin lumayan buaya tadi di dalam maka kita boleh
Kamu mau ikut denganku atau dengannya?
kita sebagai ekstrim saat makan
Ada yang kemari, aku akan ikut nenek saja. Kau tidak mau di sini, sebetulnya aku ingin memberitahu kalau hari ini hari apa. Tidak ada urusannya denganku. Sebentar nih, ada barangku yang ketinggalan. Aku akan mengutipnya dulu. Nah, ini barangku. Nenek, ayo nih kita pergi dari sini. Ya, ayo. Ada siapa-siapa. Ada ayah.
Tidak beli. Banyak.
Apa ini? Astaga, banyak balon. Ayah, selamat ulang tahun, ayah. Kemari, ayah. Iya, ayah bawa kuenya. Biarkah kau ingat, maka ini lucunya. Ayo berfoto. Kelihatannya masakanmu ini enak sekali. Kenapa dagingnya sangat bau? Aku lupa tidak membersihkan kotorannya.
Well, they say football's only a game, to try telling this lot, without a doubt it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Chiesa is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Chiesa with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Well, we just know, of course, what an excellent goalkeeper Dida is. Indeed, some consider him to be right up there amongst the elite.
Yeah, towering, and someone who always has great presence. For me, he just always seems relaxed and in tune with everything that's going on. A true break.
Son Heung-min. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Olise showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Burn. Saliba. And Mosquera. And it's Scholes. And he stands tall, impenetrable. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Olise. It's Son Heung-min. Oh, that's got Dixon! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Kamu kenal dia? Iya, aku tahu. Kita kan masih kelas kan? Masih kelas.
Tries to get it clear.
Di kelas. Kamu
Well,
punya
that
apa?
tackle was certainly sturdy.
Aku juga punya. Tahu apa? Aku juga punya. Aku juga punya. Terus aku tanya dia,
Mosquera.
siapa cucu dari suami nenek kayamu?
Olise.
Ya aku dong.
Roberto Baggio.
Tapi kamu tanya lagi. Aku
That's a
adalah
sweet
sekelas
ball,
nenek
that.
kayamu. Dari cucu
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals.
Teman sekelasku.
Gnabry is making a foray down the right.
Kenapa kamu motong antrian?
Chiesa
Ini adalah teman.
pinches it off him.
Oh, karena teman bisa potong antrian.
Chiesa!
Ngomong, tapi adiknya.
Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Chiesa is offering a right smile there.
Suka ngomong, tapi aneh.
Tchouaméni is there, and he can get that clear.
Pas lagi perosotan, Mbak ini tiba-tiba gabung perahu dong.
Gnabry. Alexander-Arnold.
Mana pas banget lagi.
Alexander-Arnold got a long way forward to join the attack. He's found a way through. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Steaming on goalwards. And that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender though who was ever so determined. Out Scholes. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And it's Beckham. Beckham.
Buka toples tidak bisa, angkat galon tidak bisa, apalagi angkat sofa. Menyadari istrinya ternyata kuat sekali, sang suami pun akhirnya pingsan.
Oh, well played, well played. He would have been quick to recover this.
Ketika seorang istri sedang menyapu.
Roberto Baggio. Mosquera. And Adams.
Lucu banget.
Saliba.
Sekali di pop-market Korea.
Not Burn.
Ini apa sih? Nggak tahu, lucu banget. Sekalian tiga bunga, tapi dia nangis gitu. Aku pengen yang warna pink. Warna pink.
And Mosquera.
Kita marahin. Di sini juga ada di
Scholes.
pop-market yang dapat kunci.
Roberto
Iya,
Baggio.
aku tuh.
Baggio has been called out. It's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Lihat yang warna pinknya. Tambah lampu. Sini sih. Lucu banget. Lihat dia. Wah.
Neither side giving way. It has been tight.
Tentu saja. Sekarang kita harus susun sesuai urutan.
Mosquera.
Yang lebih bagus. Berarti ini juga.
And here's Baggio. Baggio is fouled. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. So what can they come up with here? So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Yeah, stood up well to him there. And the shots! Gnabry is looking to influence the game from out wide. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Son Heung-min. Oh, good read. Rodri. Gnabry. In with the challenge. Scholes. And back to the keeper they go. And Mosquera. Adams. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0.
Siapa di antara kalian yang mencuri cemilan pedasku? Ibuku suka cemilan pedas hanya dia. Aku sudah memilikinya, mana mungkin aku mencurinya? Ibu guru, biarkan aku yang mencari pelakunya. Semua tangan keluar. Tangan Sasha putih dan bersih, tidak masalah. Tangan putri juga bersih, ini aman. Ya ampun, tanganmu kotor sekali.
Ya, aku akan mencucinya.
Nah, buka mulutmu untukku. Kamu habis banyak makan jengkol ya? Itu kesukaanku. Aromanya manis. Kamu makan permen lollipop? Ya, aku makan permen lollipop. Sekarang giliranmu. Lepaskan helm. Banyak sekali alasan.
And we're off again.
Gango are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Siapa di antara?
Quite squeezed that one through. Played out to the right. Could move up a gear here. Can he latch on to this? Scholes.
Ya, ya pe, campur.
And here's Basho.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now it's Beckham, looking for options for movement. He takes me, and he has taken it somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Deftly away. And it's Son Heung-min. No, that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That's a throw. Son Heung-min still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Gnabry does really well to win the ball there.
Gango are totally dominant in the middle of the park, and no way through zone.
Son Heung-min. Going to be disappointed with that. Picked up, great
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, I mean, he was on.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
And that is expertly dealt with. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Vieira kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Scholes, the man we've all come to watch. Always onto this.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And here's it. It's Eto! Oh, just wide.
Eto nearly produced a moment of magic. He knew the strike was pure.
Sini mainannya, ini kan mainan Lili. Kemarin kan kamu juga dibeliin mainan sama papa. Harun maunya punya Lili. Ya udah, taruh keran aja mainan. Siap, Bu Guru. Saya
It's a lovely, neat pass. He's found a way past. And he cuts out the supply. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Interesting ball. Son Heung-min has it in a wide position. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Corner number 2 then. Cleared without hesitation.
Gango surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Mbappe, who engages and forces him off the ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Son Heung-min! There's a sharp hit of ball here. Curry put it away! And that could come back to haunt them.
Yeah, he was just a little too eager to get his chance away there, and it could have level matters.
But there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Gangle still ahead by the game's only goal. The final 5 minutes. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And now the hit! And here's Son Heung-min.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And he'll shoot here. What terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Desperate defending required here. Climbs up big. Good reaction.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
All hands on deck for this one.
Kira Nasib yang kurang beris.
Good play on the left-hand side here. Succumbs to the pressure. Out well played.
Promise, but will it really prove productive?
And that is that. Gangle have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. Terrific win, however you look at it. Mbappe claiming the man of the match award. There is very little room for argument. Yeah,
Babalik juga lagi kata tuh ada itu.
Akibat terjatuh dan mendapatkan benturan yang begitu keras, akhirnya anak ini tidak bisa berjalan. Kakinya itu patah dan si adik itu tampak melihat kakaknya yang kesakitan. Karena kakinya itu patah, si anak ini kemudian mengambil daun pisang yang ada di dekatnya dan meletakkan adiknya itu di atas daun pisang tersebut. Lalu dengan bersusah payah dia kemudian mengambil tas yang telah dibuang oleh ibunya itu. Dia mengambil tas tersebut. Setelahnya dia kembali mendekati adiknya itu dan mengikatkan tali tersebut di kakinya. Barulah setelah itu anak ini membawa adiknya itu pergi dengan menggunakan tali tersebut dan dia betul-betul sangat kepayahan dengan hal kali itu, anak malang ini pun tiba di suatu tempat bersama dengan adiknya. Dia betul-betul sangat sedih dan sangat kepayahan. Karena terlalu lelah, akhirnya anak ini pun pingsan di pinggir sungai dan ditemukan oleh para polisi yang telah bertugas di sana. Mereka pun segera membantu kedua anak tersebut. Dan sesuatu yang tak terduga ketika laki-laki ini mengembalikan tubuh si anak laki-laki tersebut, dia kaget sebab ternyata anak itu adalah anaknya. Jadi dia pun segera membawa kedua anak itu untuk segera diperiksa dan diobati.
Kam biasa. Iya, saya sudah. Di apa kok di pangkalan selalu ada serompak?
Dia lupa ternyata uangnya itu berada di dalam tasnya dan tasnya itu
Ada yang
telah
mau
dia
minum?
buang. Mendengar apa yang dikatakan oleh si wanita tersebut, laki-laki ini marah sebab dengan tidak adanya uang itu mereka tidak akan bisa keluar dari perbatasan ini. Alhasil ketika mereka ini lewat di tempat perbatasan tersebut, para polisi ini ingin melakukan razia dan si sopir ini pun memperbolehkannya. Maka si polisi ini pun mulai mencari-cari dan pada saat polisi tengah mengadakan razia, kedua orang ini pun bersiap pergi dari tempat tersebut dan akhirnya mereka kemudian dikejar oleh polisi-polisi itu. Wanita ini pun bersembunyi di dalam sebuah rumah dan wanita ini melompat saat berumur 5 tahun tidak mengaku menjalani
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the big chance. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
So actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. And here's Son Heung-min. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Fernando Torres is a name that jumps out. At his absolute best, he's unplayable. That love of running behind defensive lines has always been his forte, and with the right service, he could absolutely thrive here.
Not to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. David Villa, Conte.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Roberto Baggio. Kimmich. Rodri. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Rodri. Look at the space here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of it. Saliba makes the interception. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Conte. Good purposeful running this. Oh, and he's through the middle. Now the finish! Goal! Inter! The breakthrough strike!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Inter Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. Guingamp really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
In with the challenge. Roberto Baggio. Nicely aimed pass. Koundé does well to get it back. He's played him through. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Inter Milan applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. Mbappe. Played into space out wide. Well, that's well seen too. Kimmich. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring, because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Adams is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Olise. And it's Baggio. Torres.
Guingamp truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Oh, well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Nice sequence of passes, this. Fernando Torres. He has slightly undercooked that one.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Son Heung-min. Bellingham. Fernando Torres. And the shot!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this.
And that'll be the final action of the first half.
The own goal was symptomatic of their first half performance. They're not at it.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier.
It's Son Heung-min! And it's in! And the second half is off to a flyer! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Guingamp get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
Kimmich wins the duel this time. And it's
Opal
Baggio.
itu di mana sih dia? Kini ada orang
Mbappe.
hitam.
That's a good run down the left.
Udah batal.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
And that has left him in a heap. Forwards
Dia
and
lihat
with
nonton
intent.
lapas ya.
Kang terus mau
Fernando.
Undang dari dulu mesti tadi.
Casillas will lay claim to that.
Dia kan bisa nih biar tidak
And
lapas.
Son Heung-min.
Nggak akan ini tapi kan.
He's through here. Olise. He is Olise.
Lapas ini sih.
dia nendang dari lama atau memang
It was
orang
a
suruh.
great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
So Jimmy, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collective.
Chance! Once more.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Well, this is what we've been... It's Son Heung-min! And he's there to get it away.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, that's well spotted. Conte. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Conte. That's been cut out, well played. Roberto Baggio. Neuer is the name on everyone's lips just now. Gangle do have a chance to counter here. Too happy to take that back. Could they trump onto that? And that is that. Now, what about a counter-attack?
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Olise in acres of space out wide. Oh, can he get onto this? Great defending, strong and determined. Son Heung-min looking to run onto it. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Gangle must do something here and very quickly.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Has a go! The final 5 minutes.
Gangon have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
numero 8, numero 17, numero 14. Lasciano il campo per il numero 19, il
Casemiro.
numero 3, il numero 15.
Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe. Can he finish?
Cambio di giocatori.
He can get that clear. Good spot, he's seen the run. Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. That's going to go a long way. Threads one in. Oh, that's fabulous. Can he put it away? He has done it. Dying minutes and we're all square again. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So all square. He's tried one! That's at the end. What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
It was a very good game, played in the right spirit with a fitting atmosphere.
Kamu mau nggak Nur? Pinggirannya yang kriuk-kriuk, mozzarellanya. Ya mau lah Kak. Tapi Emak udah masak. Mana boleh kita beli pizza? Bisa kena hukum kita. Jangan kita yang pesen Kak. Bapak yang paling baik hati, Nur dan Kakak pengen pizza. Pesenin dong Pak. Kalau kita yang pesen nanti dimarahin Emak.
Kalian ini ya. Udah, Papa pesenin.
Siapa yang pesen pizza tadi? Siapa? Ngaku. Bapak, Mak. Bapak yang pesenin.
Siap, Mak. Papa siap menerima hukuman.
Makan pizza kayaknya enak banget ini. Kamu mau nggak, Nur? Pinggirannya yang kriuk-kriuk, mozzarellanya.
Ayo kita main.
Level 1. Level 2. Level 3. Level 4.
Hati. Terakhir, Abel. Ayo, hati. Hati.
Teman-teman jangan ditiru ya.
Jangan ditiru teman-teman, ada.
Ya boleh nggak?
Itu serah itu mendingan.
Darah nih. Apakah kamu mencari? Nur, udah siap belum? Udah mau jam 7 nih. Cepetan dong siap-siapnya. Ya sabar, Ma. Ini juga lagi pakai dasi kok. Ya udah, Emang mau ambil helm dulu. Cepetan pakai dasinya jangan lama.
Orang ini dengan sengaja memasukkan bola ke gadis baju biru yang berdiri di tengah lapangan. Lalu si gadis baju biru berteriak meminta pertolongan. Kejadian ini dilihat oleh si mandor dan meminta anak buahnya membantu. Mas, sepatu ini sangat cantik. Aku menyukainya. Mama, kenapa kau tidak punya sepatu baru? Mama tidak membelinya untukmu. Tapi nanti kalau sepatu kakak udah gak muat, sepatunya bisa jadi milikmu. Masih lama. Kakak, kamu harus merawat sepatumu. Dush. Kakak, hati-hati. Itu akan merusak sepatuku. Ini kan sepatuku. Aku bisa menendang sesuka hatiku. Kata mama, sepatu itu akan menjadi milikku. Sebel. Saatnya main keluar. Wah, kakak, tunggu sebentar. Apa lagi? Ini kak, kakak pakai plastik dulu. Nah, sekarang kakak bisa pergi. Kenapa sih adikku? Wah, saatnya main lompat-lompatan. Kakak, ada apa lagi? Kakak jangan bermain trampolin. Nanti sepatuku bisa patah. Ini kan jelas-jelas sepatuku. Bagaimana dia menjadi sepatumu? Mama bilang kalau ngomong lagi sepatu ini akan menjadi milikku. Hah? Udahlah, kakak pulang. Mas, sepatu ini sangat...
Melihat lokasi lahir atau lokasi meninggal aja deh biar bisa kasih tahu orang kalau dalam bahaya.
kira Pak punya, Pak bisa buka. Papa sebuka nah.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. That'll be a little gem amongst strike. Looks for the finish!
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping. Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Gangle with the corner, there first. Danger averted for now. Madrid are looking to go forward now. It's Son Heung-min! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
White. Ruben Diaz. Messi. Olise will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Yamal. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Well, they've made all the inroads, and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Roberto Baggio. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's found the way. Son Heung-min! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Gangle have their second corner now. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Deftly away. Son Heung-min. And he's there to clear it. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. they've got it again. Gently done. Drogba. It's Drogba!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
Neymar. Sunset. Good read, needed to be. And he's heaved it away. David Villa. Olise. Son Heung-min. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Pass is just off target. Roberto Baggio. That's a nicely measured pass. That is good strength.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. He has found a way through. And that was very necessary. Olise. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, this looks sharp. Scholes. He's shifting through the... He's got through. Goal! Gango! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Gango are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Casemiro. Now it's Son Heung-min into the final 5 minutes of the first half. David Villa. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. That is a brilliant interception. And he's there to get it away. And that has been cleared. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Drogba.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And here's Son Heung-min.
Aduh,
Bastoni.
selisih gua.
And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout. To look back on the first 45 minutes.
At least, Peter, not conceding another goal has kept them in this game, and they can up their response in this second half.
Gango leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're off again. Gango carrying a one-goal lead. Roberto Baggio! No, again there's no way through. It's a loose ball. Neymar.
Gangon couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Olise, Roberto Baggio. Oh, important
Ah,
interception.
Roberto Baggio pe umpan, setan.
He's gone direct here.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's Son Heung-min. Olise.
Aduh, sorry.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Drogba. Oh, good read.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Son Heung-min. He's played him through. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Oh, they could be caught out here.
Decent hit! They are right back in business.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens
Control,
up.
anjir.
It looks as if it could happen.
Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Madrid grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And it's Drogba. Son Heung-min. Olise. Big header! They've got to be quick to recover this. That's going to go a long way.
Asciende a 71.649 espectadores.
Olise bops him off it and wins back the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. David Villa, Messi, Olise, and Son Heung-min. And it's Baggio. Koundé. And Baggio. Final ball not quite right. His teammates are irritated at that. Sunset. No, that was never going to make it. Adams. Koundé could move up a gear here. Roberto Baggio. And here's Drogba. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now there's a fine ball. It's Drogba! Goal! Gango! And they've got their lead back. Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
Gangon get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And here's Yamal. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
White. Messi's cross. Adams with the clearance.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Olise.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi. David Villa. Played out to the right. It's gone for a throw-in.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 23. El dorsal 20. Neymar.
And it's Messi.
Serán
Tries a
sustituidos.
shot!
El dorsal 21.
So close to drawing level.
Well, the level of urgency is shot up, and that's promising now to maintain it.
Oh, terrible mistake.
Mati.
Messi. Gangle close now to seeing this one through to the end. Now it's Mbappe.
Gangle certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Deep into stoppage time. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there.
Marah.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick. So who's he going to be aiming for here? What a save! Terrific reactions! And that will be it. Gangle can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster that. Drogba picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, that's what you call a job well done. The host...
Pasti itu.
Pasti bagus.
Oke guys, sekali guys. Aduh. Jangan makan nih salak tak membawa ke pangkalan je. Jangan. Ini salak. Oh. Semua habis. Semua. Wih, meme dong. Ambil. Adek, ini botol.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Had a shot! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Nunez charging forward, the ball at his feet. And it's Scholes. It's Scholes! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And that was very necessary. Now it's Mbappe.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Olise. Oh, that was vital. Hernandez getting this one clear. Son Heung-min! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
He's the shining light of Asian football in Europe, Peter, Son Heung-min. He likes to receive the ball on that left-hand side and then offer you many options with his direct running or cutting inside or just stretching the fences. A player with a superb work ethic.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Now that is commitment to the cause. And we have our very first corner. Cleared without hesitation. That's really well manoeuvred. Gangle have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Rafinha. Scholes, a player of legendary status. And here's Son Heung-min. Kimmich wins the duel this time. 0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Now it's Mbappe. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Tchouaméni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Scholes. Darwin. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Son Heung-min. Olise. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Olise cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
And here's Baggio. Bastoni does well to get it back. Rafinha. Oh, super find. Saliba. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. And Adams. Koundé. Half an hour played now. And he was quick to react. Johnson.
This is the time you need that pace.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, can he get onto this? That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. And it's Son Heung-min. And here's Nunez.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Scholes. Bastoni makes the interception. quite squeeze that one through. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Saliba. And it's played forward. Elise. Son Heung-min looking to run onto it. Son Heung-min. He can get that clear. That's the throw. And it's Son Heung-min. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Roberto Baggio. Baggio showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's got away, and he was alert to it. It's their second corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. He's having a go! Now it's Mbappe. And they're back on the ball again. Big chance! They want to be quick to recover this. And he's following up! Olise is there to clear. A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless.
Some first half thoughts? Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. There's the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Rafinha. Hernandez. Oh, good ball. Olise. Son Heung-min. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Nunez. Oh, well played, well played. Bastoni gets rid without sophistication. Olise. Now it's Darwin. Bastoni getting this one clear. Moved on forwards. Scholes. And here's Nunez. And it's Scholes. It's Baggio! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Son Heung-min. Nil-nil still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Son Heung-min. Olise. Johnson. Olise. Rafinha. Can he get it through? He skips past his man. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Johnson! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Johnson clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
So, third corner of the game. And he's taking no chances there. He's tried one! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping! Johnson has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Kimmich looking to play it into the box. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Trameni with the clearance. Oh, good-looking ball. Roberto Baggio. Son Heung-min providing an outlet on that flank. And it's Baggio. Good read, needed to be. And he's there to get it away. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
He is slightly undercooked, that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Trameni. Chance! It's in! Finally the breakthrough!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist? Gangle clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And if you have just joined us, still just 1 goal between them. And the score is 1-0.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And we're not going to make any further progress now. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Hernandez. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's had a shot! Son Heung-min.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Gangle, moments now away from seeing this one out. And it's Roberto Baggio. And he's managed to get free. And the cutback. And now they can clear their lines. Koundé. Gangle have got it back and they'll have another go. Roberto Baggio. That's really well cleared.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Olise, who does have an assist to his name. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Scholes. Kimmich. That's a lovely, neat pass. And that's that. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Darwin picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little between two teams that scrapped.
bersih. 95 dia. Oh 100 tuh. Oh ya ada.
Jam 12:01.
tidak berani menangkapnya dengan tangan. Tetapi dia berpikir ular ini juga bisa dijual. Jadi dia mengeluarkan spray dan menutupi ular itu. Dia menggulungnya menjadi bundel dan mengikatnya dengan tali. Akhirnya dia berhasil menangkap ular itu. Membawa tangkapannya, dia kembali ke desa untuk melihat apakah ular itu bisa dijual dengan harga bagus. Tetapi belum jauh dia berjalan, dia mencium bau darah yang sangat kuat. Hewan peliharaannya, Xiao Kong, juga memberikan peringatan. Gadis itu mengikuti bau darah ke dalam hutan dan melihat kereta yang diserang. Kondisinya sangat mengerikan. Baik manusia maupun kuda semuanya mati. Berdasarkan pengalaman gadis itu, jika penjahatnya adalah manusia, mereka akan membunuh para pelancong dan merampok kereta serta barang-barang berharga di dalamnya. Dalam kasus seperti ini, di mana kuda-kuda juga mati, pasti diserang oleh monster. Gadis itu sangat ketakutan dan langsung lari. Namun, sebelum pergi, dia tidak lupa membawa tangkapannya. Sesampainya di desa terdekat, dia pertama-tama pergi ke guild desa untuk melaporkan apa yang dilihatnya di jalan. Kasus kematian adalah masalah besar, apalagi diduga melibatkan monster tingkat tinggi. Para petualang yang hadir juga menganggapnya serius dan segera mengorganisir sekelompok orang untuk memeriksa tempat kejadian. Sebelum pergi, mereka memberitahu gadis itu bahwa biaya informasinya akan diberikan setelah mereka mengkonfirmasi TKP. Gadis itu baru tahu kalau melapor ada hadiahnya. Sambil menunggu para petualang kembali, gadis itu pergi ke toko obat untuk menjual ular monster yang ditangkapnya. Penjaga toko menawarinya harga tinggi, 3 koin tembaga. Gadis itu menghitung, biasanya dia harus menangkap 30 tikus liar untuk mendapatkan 3 koin tembaga. Tanpa sengaja, dia menangkap seekor ular yang setara dengan 30 tikus liar. Padahal, biasanya dia berjaga di hutan seharian hanya untuk menangkap 10 tikus liar.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And here's Torres. Fernando Torres.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, no joy this time. Now it's Drogba. And it's Lampard. Now it's Sané. Sané was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Sané. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Scholes. Sané. Can he put it away? Goal! Gango! And Gango are in front.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. He's beaten the last man. Now it's Messi.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Saliba. Burn. Adams. Scholes. Lampard. Gangle finding their passes. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And here's Drogba.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Son Heung-min. Chouameni, passing is crisp and sharp. Shifted it to the flank. That is a great pick out. Lampard. Adams wins the duel this time. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Drogba. Pinches it off him. Very nicely done. And it's Scholes. Opts to play it back. Maradona. 15 minutes till half-time. Lampard looking to penetrate opposition lines.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Tries a shot! Just off target.
Lampard usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
That has not gone well. Scholes, a player of legendary status. Now it's Drogba.
Guingamp really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Big chance! Corner number 2 then. And now they can clear their lines. Belletti. And now they can spring out of defence. Chouameni. And Koundé, aim forwards. Scholes. And it's Lampard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Costa Curta deals with that comfortably.
There will be one
Maradona.
time.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Into stoppage time, very little left on it. The message is clear, none shall pass. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Is a quick reminder to let
Reflections on the first half.
Guingamp clearly are benefiting from their homework. They've dealt with anything that's been thrown at them and have been smart on the break.
Guingamp leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's a nicely measured pass. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Roberto going full steam ahead down the left flank. Scholes, who's set up 1 goal so far. Sané, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Haaland, and he has been fouled there. So who's he going to be aiming for here? And it's Belletti. Look at the space here. Lampard. Son Heung-min. Can he get onto this? He's found a way through. Straight chance! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, we can't question the quality of the run. He'll have to answer for the rest.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Son Heung-min. Team still separated by the game's only goal.
The attendance for this match was 28,599.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Platini. Platini going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Rodri does really well there. He is strong. He's gone forward. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Maradona. Lampard. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Ball has bounced loose now. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Sané. Drogba. Now it's Drogba. Lampard. Now the ball's gone astray.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Drogba! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Drogba clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Gangle have their third corner.
Coming on the field is number 14.
It's a mighty effort! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Hit with his head, but couldn't steer it in. And they win it back again. Great ball if he can get there. It's Son Heung-min! Should have put that one away.
Son Heung-min really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
And he's there to clear it.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Zé Roberto puts his foot on the gas. Shot could be on. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Gangle leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. That's a shade optimistic. Rodri. Platini. It's Bellingham. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Platini. Passes short and sharp.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Can he get away here? That'll be a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 4, Erling Haaland.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Coming on the field, number 11.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
Beckham. 2 added minutes has been indicated.
Koundé. And that's it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Scholes claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How do you look back on the game then?
Akhirnya bisa satu. Akhirnya guys, dia bisa satu. Aduh. Aduh. Divisi 1 guys. Boleh lah. Rank 12.000 anjir. Thank you guys. Next ulang. Next. Kalau suka, like, subscribe. Bye bye.